this American Family adjuster did everything she could to intimidate and scare and to mislead our client. So here's another fun one for you guys today. Had a phone call with American Family, and it was a three-way phone call between American Family, my client, and actually there was, I guess, a four-way phone call because there was two American Family adjusters. They called my client and essentially said that what Best Body Shop was doing was not needed and necessary. What we were doing as far as the repair to our car was excessive and was not needed and necessary, and that was pretty offensive language. Now, luckily, my client is an educated client. She's been to our shop a few times and actually experienced other shops that were in contract with insurance companies and primarily American Family contracted shops. So she understood, she's an educated client. And so she called the body shop immediately, and I think that's smart. If you're gonna say accusations about someone that's not on the phone, well, let's get them on the phone and let's clear this thing up. Let's make this simple. So when we got on the phone, the American Family adjuster all of a sudden started backing up and saying, well, we in our experience, it would be the items that you are doing to the car would not be needed, or excessive, and we weren't going to pay for it until we talked to you. Well, okay, well, you're on the phone with me now, and my client was like, well, what do you have? What kind of questions do you have for Clay? And they asked about refinishing why we're refinishing the roof and the opposite side quarter panel of the damage. And I simply just communicated that the vehicle has a laser welded roof, and the manufacturer clearly dictates in order to refinish the vehicle correctly that you have to do what's called an up and over. And so I'm kind of surprised that maybe you don't know what that is, because laser welded roofs have been around for a while. But long story short, and I just told her that the manufacturer from the vehicle manufacturer, but also our paint company and every paint company I've ever worked with, always say that you have to stop at the next natural braking line. And laser welded roofs have been around for a while, and essentially what a laser welded roof does is it attaches both quarter panels to the roof, and there's no seam in the middle anymore, so you have to paint that whole panel. And I explained, just like painting a fender. You wouldn't tape a line in the middle of a fender, therefore why would we tape a line in the middle of the roof? Doesn't make any sense. But even furthermore, it'll blister, it'll delaminate, and eventually it'll become a problem. And of course, the adjuster did everything she could to intimidate and scare and to mislead our client. To the point where she even used the word industry standard. Well, we pay for what's industry standard. What's industry standard? She kept saying it over and over. And then the other adjuster said the same thing. Industry standard, that's what we pay. What other shops are doing. I'm like, hey, listen, at the end of the day, if 100 shops do it the wrong way, that doesn't mean that what we're doing is incorrect. I don't really care if other shops are butchering cars up and painting them incorrectly. And she goes, well, it doesn't matter. The paint doesn't fail and it never blisters. I said, well, that's simply a lie. I mean, we have a car right now at the shop that we're doing a post-repair inspection where the paint literally is delaminating and flaking because it's a laser welded roof that they taped in the middle of the panel. It's exactly what it's crazy. It's almost like the paint manufacturers and the vehicle manufacturers know what they're doing when they create these instructions and these repair procedures. At the end of the day, as a body shop, I didn't write these procedures. We're just following them. We're doing the right thing on behalf of our client. So today was a real big eye-opener to my client, to this fancy word, industry standard, and to you, hopefully you understand and know that it's just a made-up word to make you think that the person that's robbing you isn't the insurance. Because if the insurance was on us today, they would look at our client and just simply say, hey, we're usually used to other body shops just doing what we want them to do, and that means that they would incorrectly paint your car. And since Best Body Shop is repairing your car correctly, we're going to have to make up a word like industry standard to make sense of why we're trying to screw you. Oh man, 20 years in this industry and it still never gets old.